Hello, and welcome to my humble little channel. Today, I'll be talking about why it's important for a game developer to consciously define and set goals for themselves. I'll also be sharing some insights, perspectives and experiences that I've gained from my solo game development journey. Now, I do not profess to be an expert in game development or anything of the sort. I'm just someone that spent the last 3 years solo developing a game of my own. In case you're curious, my game is titled Citadel Stormer 2, which is scheduled for release on the 17th of May, 2024. Its gameplay footage serves as the background content for this presentation. Please check the description for details. Given my experience, I feel I am somewhat qualified to offer a piece of advice or two on the topic at hand. So if you're a solo game developer, or even someone just starting out in game development, you might find this video interesting. So please stick around and watch till the end. Let us begin. In the world of game development, only those who possess the ability to plan ahead, think long-term, and work with unwavering determination and conviction achieve success. If simply knowing how to create games were enough to guarantee a completed project, then everyone with such knowledge would successfully finish their games and release them. In reality, only a small percentage of game developers manage to see their projects through and release a finished game. The rest lose interest, abandon their projects to either start over, or even move on to something else. Given this, there must be something that sets apart game developers who complete their projects from those who don't. But what is it? What are they doing that others aren't? In my humble opinion, game developers who successfully complete projects have the habit of setting goals and committing to them. Setting goals enables them to see the broader picture, plan ahead and develop long-term thinking. And committing to goals causes them to develop a sense of purpose, seriousness and determination with regard to their projects. They would have developed a mindset which increases their likelihood of achieving their goals. In contrast, people who start projects without clearly defined goals generally lack the drive to see things through. They may start something because they were excited over a fresh idea. They may work energetically for a while. However, as time passes, the honeymoon phase of the project comes to an end. Work becomes demanding and laborious, and the initial freshness fades away. At this juncture, the excitement with which they started the project fades away and they end up abandoning it and find something else to occupy themselves with. What does goal setting do? Your mind is your most potent tool. But, like any other tool, your mind must first be wielded skillfully, or controlled, before it can be efficiently utilized. One way to exert control over your mind is to give it something to focus on, such as a task with a clearly defined goal. When your mind focuses on an objective, it begins to operate purposefully. During this process, it rewires and adapts itself to the assigned goal, and begins to act as if it were designed specifically for the task assigned to it. It then becomes more efficient and produces good results. Setting goals and working towards them will also radically change the way you think and function on a daily basis. It will help you develop a future-oriented mindset and be more productive. As a result, you will break old unproductive habits that have accumulated like cobwebs and replace them with fresh and energetic new routines that will push you towards the future that you would like to experience. How should you set goals? In my sincere opinion, if you're genuinely committed to game development, you would greatly benefit from consciously setting a clear and concise goal for yourself. When I mention a goal, I'm not just referring to things like outlining the design and scope or fixing a release date. Though those aspects are undeniably important, I'm talking about matters concerning your inner self. In this regard, you should first attain absolute internal clarity regarding why you've chosen this specific path in life, and what you ultimately intend to accomplish. In order to achieve this clarity, you could ask yourself the following questions. Why do I want to be a game developer? Why is this project important to me? How would my life change if I succeed in making my game? These are questions that only you can answer. And your answers to these questions will determine how your journey of game development ends. So, ponder over these questions and write down your answers in a private notebook. Don't fuss over things like grammar or sentence structure because this isn't meant to be shared or published. Simply let your heart guide your writing. After you finish, put the notebook away in a safe spot, and every now and then, read everything back to yourself. This will anchor your game development goals in your mind and significantly lower the chances of forgetting or losing sight of them. Why you need to take your goals seriously. Understand that someone who is genuinely serious about their game project won't regard it as a mere hobby or take it lightly. Conversely, someone who regards game dev as nothing more than a hobby will not accidentally end up creating a highly polished and commercially viable game. You cannot do something half-heartedly and achieve the best results. If you are truly dedicated to your project, then every line of code you write, every art asset you create, and every game mechanic you design must be done with the singular intention of reaching your ultimate objective. Think of these individual tasks as little steps on a very specific road leading towards a very specific destination, that is, the goal you've established for yourself. When you progress toward your goal, do so with intention and mindfulness. Stay aware of your current position, the distance you've covered, and how much further you need to go. When you feel tired, you may rest, but not for so long that you forget you're on a journey. Ensure that you don't stray from the path or find yourself walking in circles. Every other day, remind yourself that your game development isn't simply a recreational hobby. Rather, it's a profoundly purposeful endeavor that you must accomplish to transition to the next chapter of your life. As frequently as possible, visualize how wonderful your life would be if you were to finish and release your game. Doing so will strengthen your determination to complete your game project. I understand if you think all this sounds like mystical mumbo-jumbo, but believe me, it works. The main idea I'm attempting to convey is that when you're consciously aware of your game development goals and consistently remind yourself of your purpose, you initiate a subconscious transformation of your mindset. Following this, your game development goal becomes an ingrained part of your being, and all aspects of yourself will strive towards achieving it. Additionally, grasp the significance of what you're undertaking. The game you ultimately craft will be exclusively yours, because no one else, but you, could have brought it to life. Your game will carry a part of your own essence, and it will live on even after you are no longer present in this world. Even if not many people buy it, or if those who play it don't think highly of it, you can always rest knowing that you have created the game you wanted to create. Through this, you would have fulfilled a life purpose. Even if you never make another game for the rest of your life, you will forever remain someone who set a goal, worked towards it and achieved it. This in and of itself is a major life victory.